Okay. Good afternoon to one and all. Audible? So, in the previous lecture, we have discussed regarding sensor fundamental, how the sensor it can be works, what are the different definition of the sensor we have discussed. Can anyone tell me the definition of the sensor? Sensor, it is a device which can convert non-electric energy into an electric signal, or it may be electrical energy. Or the sensor, it is a device which can receives and responds to the stimulus, right? Receives and responds to the stimulus. Again, the location of the sensor we have discussed regarding the sensor location by understanding one block diagram. So location of the sensor, it may be intrinsic location. Second one is nothing but extrinsic location. So in extrinsic location, that means the sensor, it will be sensed around stimulus, or it may be outside stimulus. Outside to that system, we want to sense that stimulus. So this stimulus, it can be sensed by extrinsic location, or it is at input side of the system. System cha input side. Intrinsic type of location, it is nothing but the sensor which is used to sense the own state or the own condition of that system. It is nothing but intrinsic type of location. The system ची स्वतःची condition check करण्यासाठी the sensor it is used. So this is nothing but it is intrinsic type of location, right? So we have discussed there are some sensor it can be connected. We have discussed one object. So some sensor are on the object or are in contact with object. Some sensor are away from that object. It is nothing but non-contact type object. Again, some sensor it is directly connected to multiplexer. Some sensor there is a requirement of interface circuit. Then signal obtained from the sensor, it is fed to the microcontroller via analog to digital converter, right? So analog to digital converter, do you know that the microcontroller or it may be computer, it will be reads only digital value, right? Only digital value. So that to convert that, we require analog to digital converter. So sensor output, some sensor having an output in the digital format, then there is a no necessary. Again, the computer runs, or it may be computer works on that signal, and it will give signal to the peripheral devices. At the same time, it will give signal to the actuator, and actuator which it will be act on that object. So this process overall cycle we have already discussed. We have taken one example, that is car door monitoring system, right? In case of car door monitoring system, the sensor it is attached to the each and every car door. It will be act as a electric switch, whether the door is open or whether the door is closed. So signal obtained from any door, it is in the form of 0. It will be reads by computer. So that means door is open. So the peripheral devices, microcontroller or it may be computer, sends that signal to the peripheral device like display unit, or it may be alarm system, or it may be indication unit. That is that number. Now that means that 1 number, 2 number, or it may be 4 number door is open, like that, right? And okay, and if the door is open, again due to that peripheral device signal, that means due to that peripheral device indication or it may be signal, the actuator works on that object. Actuator काय करेल, त्या ऑब्जेक्ट वरती वर्क करेल, that means door close करायला वर्क करेल. right? So here in case of that example, who is actuator? Who is actuator? Huh? Who is actuator? कोणाला दिसला तो सिग्नल पेरिफेरल डिव्हाइस मध्ये? Driver, no. In case of car door monitoring system, driver reads that signal which is obtained from peripheral device, like indication that is door number 4 is open, or it may be display unit असेल तर त्याच्यावरती display होईल. On the left side, door number 1 is open. So that means this driver, it will be act as an actuator, and it will close the door. That means it will fade to object, right? That means it will works on that object. That diagram we have already discussed, this one. So this diagram we have already discussed, and depending upon that diagram we have discussed some example like car door monitoring system, and another one example we have discussed regarding advanced safety vehicle, which is fabricated or which is manufactured by Nissan as the safety point of view, right? Now today we will discuss the next one point, is that sensor classification. Sensor classification. So there are different types of sensor. Some sensor special sensor, some are having a common application, some are depends upon its material property, right? So the sensor classification, these are the some sensor classification. It can be shown, that is passive and active type of sensor, absolute and relative type of sensor. Then sensor are classified on the basis of the working principle. Sensor are classified on the basis of conversion phenomenon. Sensor, it can be classified on the basis of its input quantity, or it may be physical quantity. That means which physical quantity, whether it may be temperature, whether it may be pressure, whether it may be humidity. So depending upon that, the sensor also classified. Then analog as well as digital type of sensor, the output obtained from the sensor, whether it is in the analog form or it may be digital form. Depend upon that, there are some types of sensor. Again, contact type sensor, non-contact type sensor. That means the sensor and object, if there are in contact, then it is called as contact type. If object and sensor are not in contact, in our previous block diagram we have discussed sensor number 1, it is non-contact type, right? So contact and non-contact type. And last one, sensor classification, composition. So sensor classification based on composition. Okay, so these are the some sensor classification which are based on all these parameter. That means passive, either it may be passive active, or it may be absolute relative, or it may be some sensor, it can be based on the working principle. Some sensor, it can be based on its conversion phenomenon. Some of depends upon input quantity. Some analog and digital sensor, some contact type and non-contact type, and some are depends upon composition of different material, right? So these are the some sensor classification. We will see one by one. In that first one, passive and active sensor. Passive and active sensor. So in previous block diagram we have discussed regarding active and passive. Can anyone tell me what is passive and what is active? In that block diagram, I think the sensor number 4, it is active type of sensor. What is active? What is passive?
The sensor which create or generate any small amount of energy or not required for any person.
Active, passive. What is active? ब्लॉक डायग्राम मध्ये बघितलं होतं आपण Sensor number 4, it is an active type of sensor. Okay. See, a passive sensor, it is nothing but that type of sensor which do not require any additional source to generate an electric signal or to enable its operation, right? So to enable, or it may be to start the operation of that sensor, it do not require any additional external source, or it may be any excitation signal. So this is nothing but passive type of sensor, right? So passive, it is nothing but the sensor which does not require any additional source to generate an electrical signal in response to its stimulus. Okay, that means any stimulus we want to sense the, or to respond to that stimulus, it do not require any additional source, or it may be excitation circuit. It is nothing but this is the passive type of sensor. That means the input stimulus energy, if we understand the definition of stimulus is nothing but it is the condition of that sense object, it is the property of that object, which object we are sensing, त्याची condition काय आहे, what is the property of that object, then what is the quantity of that object, depends upon object. So that input stimulus energy, suppose this is a temperature, right? Temperature of any equipment, that means it is the, what it is, that object is hot or cold, it is the condition of that object, no? Suppose we want to check the condition of that object, whether it is hot or cool. Okay, right? Now if it is heated, that means it is hot. So energy obtained from that hot object in the form of, कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये असते, हा ऑब्जेक्ट हॉट आहे, कशावर म्हणतो आपण, डोंट कन्सिडर लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम, कशावरून, ठीक है, this object it is heated up to 100 degree Celsius. That means at what distance you analyze that heat, टच केल्यानंतर काही डिस्टन्स आहे त्या वेळेपर्यंत किंवा आणखी डिस्टन्स टच केल्यानंतरच फक्त मिळेल का, एखादा हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट आहे टच केल्यानंतरच आपण अनालाइज करू शकतो का, नाही ना. So somewhat heat it can be transferred in the air in the form of, कशाच्या फॉर्म मध्ये असते, in the form of wave. मी बोलतोय साऊंड एनर्जी आहे कुठे आहे, आवाज येतोय ना तुमच्यापर्यंत, हा कशाद्वारे, सिग्नल, कोणता सिग्नल, in the form of wave na, right? No, so that energy, that stimulus energy, that means it is in the form of wave, so that sensed by that sensor and it is converted into an electrical output signal directly. So that sensor, or to enable operation of that sensor, no requirement of extra energy source or additional energy source, or we can call it as a excitation circuit. You people very well understand regarding excitation circuit. Excitation circuit माहिती है ना, we are giving, you don't know excitation, huh? Have you studied induction motor, alternator? In that word excitation, What happen if the excitation of generator it will be fails? काय होतं? Generator requires mechanical energy. पाहिजे ना? Generator requires excitation signal, or it may be we are giving excitation source, that is DC energy, or it may be by using one of the transformer we are giving excitation to that generator. Then it will generate some power, no? If the excitation fails, what will happen? काय होतं? माहिती आहे कन्सेप्ट तुम्हाला? जनरेटर रिक्वायर्स मेकॅनिकल एनर्जी, हे तर माहिती आहे. ते आपण टर्बाइन थ्रू देतो आणि एक्साइटेशन पण रिक्वायर्ड. इफ दिस टू क्वांटिटी fulfilled, then it will induces some of the EMF in the secondary, that means some voltage it can be generated, right? If any one of them it will be fails, if the generator prime mover, or we can call it as a mechanical energy, it will be fails, what happen? काय होतं? जनरेटर जनरेट करता इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. जनरेट करतं का? नाही. काय करतं? स्टॉप होतं, बस्ट होतं, बर्न होतं. In the generating system, if the mechanical input to that of generator, it will be fails. Generator आहे तुमचं ते रनिंग कंडिशन मध्ये आहे. सपोज if we are considering hydropower plant, in case of hydropower plant, if the input from that dam, water input, at the running condition, if we close the valve, that means input it will be stopped. लक्ष देते का? वॉटरचं जे काही इनपुट होतं तो वॉल क्लोज केला, टर्बाइन रन होणार होतं, वॉटरच्या स्पीडने वॉटर बंद झालं, टर्बाइन स्टॉप होईल, कारण होईल. दॅट मीन्स मेकॅनिकल इनपुट इट विल बी फेल्स. Prime mover fails, or we can call it as a mechanical input of the generator, it will be fails. What will happen? This generator it will be runs as a motor. माहिती आहे काय तुम्हाला? If the prime mover of the generator it will be fails to operate, at that situation this generator it will be runs as a induction motor. So that means, so generator generate electricity and it will be fed to that of transmission line, or it may be it will be fed to that of power station, right? But the prime mover fails, but the generator it can be attached to that of line, supply line la attach hai, grid la. So instead of delivering power to the transmission line, it will take power from the transmission line. Generator does not stop. If the prime mover fails, it will run as an induction motor, taking supply from the transmission system, or it may be supply from the substation or electric system, and it is converted into mechanical. That means it is runs as a induction motor. Electrical से mechanical मध्ये conversion करता, so it will runs as a motor, right? Similarly, if the excitation fails, input present आहे, excitation fails, what will happen? Do you know the concept regarding power? How much type of power? Power type कोणते? Total power in the AC system. So we can call it as a complex power. S is equals to P plus JQ. That means real power plus reactive power. Power triangle माहिती आहे? Apparent power, real power, reactive power. So that's I'm telling no. So at that situation, if the excitation fails, म्हणजे आपण जे एक्स्ट्रा दिलेले एक्साइटेशन असतं, if they fails, at that situation mechanical input it will be present, so it will takes reactive power from the transmission line, right? That means Q, P plus JQ, na? Real plus reactive power, it is nothing but total apparent power. P, S is equals to P plus JQ. So P is nothing but real power, Q is nothing but reactive power. So in case of generator, real power, it is fed from generated to transmission line, and reactive power, it will be traveling from transmission line to generator. Okay, if excitation it will be fails, at that situation it will take an reactive power from the supply lines. So see, in the passive sensor, there is no requirement of additional amount of energy or the excitation source to enable its operation. So it will receive that stimulus energy and respond on that stimulus in the form of electric signal. So this is nothing but passive type of sensor. For example, thermocouple, photodiode, and piezoelectric type of sensor. Thermocouple, photodiode, and piezoelectric type of sensor. That means these types of sensor not required an extra amount of energy, or it may be additional source to enable its operation. Suppose photodiode is there. Do you know photon? What is meant by photodiode? Photon. Photodiode कैसे यूज करता है ये? Photodiode, it is used to sense the luminous or lumen. What is luminous? Good. ठीक. Photodiode, it will sense the light energy. So this light energy or light ray, we can call it as a photon. If we consider any one source like incandescent bulb, or it may be incandescent source, some light it can be emitted by that source in the form of photon, or we can call it as a ray. So this sensor or photodiode, it will be directly sense that photon. Okay, so it is nothing but photodiode. So these are the passive sensor. That means to enable the operation of that sensor, it do not require an excitation signal. So opposite to that, it is nothing but active type of sensor, right? So in case of active sensor, it will require an external power for their operation, right? It will require external power for their operation. That means external source. It may be an external current source, external voltage source. To enable its operation, we require an external source, which is called as excitation signal. Excitation signal. That signal is modified by the sensor to produce the output. हा जो काय आपण एक्साइटेशन न दिलेला signal असेल, that signal, it can be modified, that element or that sensor, and it will provide output with the proportion of that excitation. Excitation च्या proportion मध्ये त्याचा output काय करेल तो output signal fed करेल. So the active sensor, sometimes called as a parametric signal, because their own properties change in response to an external effect. Okay, so these types of sensor like active sensor, sometimes called as a parametric signal, because when we provide the excitation, and this type of equipment or these types of device, if it is giving response to that stimulus, at that situation, some of the properties of that element, it will be changed, right? So for example is nothing but thermistor. So thermistor, it is nothing but temperature sensitive resistor, right? So to enable the operation of the temperature sensitive resistor, or to sense the temperature by that resistor, we required one extra source. म्हणजे तो आपल्याला अगोदर enable करावा लागेल by giving one current source, or it may be by giving one voltage. Okay, so for enable the operation of thermistor, we require one current source, it is nothing but excitation signal. Current source, it is nothing but excitation signal. If the excitation signal, it can be passed through that temperature sensitive resistor. Okay, टेम्परेचर सेन्सिटिव्ह रेजिस्टर जो आहे, जो रेजिस्टर आपण काय करणार, करंट फ्लो करून तो एनेबल करणार. इफ इट्स ऑपरेशन इज इनेबल, देन इट विल बी सेन्स द टेम्परेचर, राइट. त्यावेळेस तो रेजिस्टर काय करेल, टेम्परेचर सेन्स करेल. सो सी एनी वन ऑफ द रेजिस्टर, if some current flowing from that resistor, what happen? What happen if the current flowing from any resistive element, or it may be resistive material, it will provide opposition. What about power? Whether there is a power dissipation, it will be occur. Power dissipation occur होता का? ठीक है. Consider example of heating coil. Heating coil, which coil is, कोणती coil असते? heating element म्हणतो आपण. resistive असते का? heating material, or it may be we can call it as a heating coil. So it is nothing but resistive coil असते ना, having an high resistance. Having an high resistance. Do you know heat law? Why heat law? Divert होते का? Heat law. Heat law, it is equals to I square RT. If I amount of current, it can be flowing from R amount of resistance for a T time, then there is a heat dissipation, it will be occur. Right? Heat dissipation, it will be occur. And this heat dissipation, it will be occur, or power dissipation, it will be occur in the form of, कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये, heat ना. So on that principle, this heating coil, or it may be what we can call heating material or coil, it will be works. That is heat law. Similarly, any resistive material. So instead of telling resistive material, if we are running a motor and on that mechanical part we are applying some force, opposition force. Resistance is nothing but opposition to that of current. Similarly, that mechanical rotor of the machine, we are applying some force. What will happen? Depending upon input power, output power, where it is dissipated. आउटपुट पॉवर कुठे डिसिपेट होते? आपण डीसी मशीनचे प्रॅक्टिकल बघितलेत ना ऑनलाइन. Power, it should be dissipated in the form of heat in between that what we can call it, pulley and belt. गरम होतं का नाही ते बघितलं. So there is a power dissipation. नाहीतर दिलेली इनपुट पॉवर कुठे जाते? आउटपुट ला. It will be dissipated in the form of heat, no? If there is a opposition, it will be occur, that means power dissipation in the form of heat. If there is a friction, similarly in case of resistor, there is a power dissipation, it will be occur in the form of heat, right? And do you know that the relation between heat and resistor? You have studied it in the first year. What happens if the temperature increases? Any resistive material temperature, it will be increases. What happen? काय होतं? You know equation RT is equals to R0 into 1 plus alpha 0 T. Alpha 0, where alpha 0 is nothing but temperature coefficient. First year चे किती जण आहेत इथं? झाले का नाही? Heat coefficient or temperature coefficient alpha 0. So RT, that means resistance at time T, it is equals to R0. It is nothing but initial resistance into 1 plus alpha 0 T. 1 plus alpha 0 is nothing but temperature constant. T is nothing but at what time, right? So that means if the temperature of any material, resistive material, it will be increases. What about its resistance? Resistance काय होतो? Decrease होतो का increase होतो? Increase. This is one resistive material. Whether it is resistive to the current, resist करेल का conduct करेल याच्यामधून current? ते नाही हा. Resist करेल ना? That means it is insulating material. Highly resistive material, insulating material. If the temperature of that material, it will be increases. What happen? काय होते? Melt होता ना? So if it will be, it is melt, then its resistance is decreases. Resistance काय होतं? दोन wire consider केल्या are nearer to each other. If the current increases, याच्यामधला जर current increase झाला, so there is some power dissipation in the form of heat. So the resistive part, or it may be insulating part, it will be start melting. आणि दोन wire परत काय होतात? शॉर्ट सर्किट होतात, एकमेकाला चिकटतात. बरोबर? किती एक्झाम्पल सांगायचे तुम्हाला? So that means if the resistance increases, its property, resistive property, or sorry, if the temperature increases, its property changes. If the high resistive material is there, due to temperature, its resistance decreases. Like that. So if, so that this sentence is given parametric signal because their own property changes in the response of external effect. Okay, due to that effect, that element changes its property. त्याची property काय करेल? Change करेल. If we are giving the excitation, so that the example, it is nothing but thermistor. Thermistor, it is one of the example of active sensor. Getting active and passive sensor. Okay, so these are the some figure shows that this is the piezoelectric type of sensor. This is the thermocouple. So different types of sensor it can be shown, active and passive. Second one, it is nothing but absolute and relative type of sensor. See, an absolute type of sensor, it will be detects a stimulus in reference to an absolute physical scale. In a reference to an absolute physical scale that is independent on the measurement condition. So this is nothing but it is the absolute type of sensor. All of you understood the definition. The absolute sensor, it will be detects a stimulus in a reference to an absolute physical scale, that is it is independent on the measurement condition. It is independent on the measurement condition. So whereas the relative type of sensor, it will be produces a signal that relates to the some special case. See the difference between that absolute and relative. So relative type of sensor, it will detect some stimulus, and with reference to that stimulus, an absolute physical scale that is independent on the measurement condition. Relative sensor produces a signal that relates to the some special case. Some special case. So again here example is given, that is thermistor, or it may be thermocouple. Okay. See, in case of thermistor, we required one excitation signal to enable its operation. So temperature, or it may be property changes of that temperature sensitive resistor. It is depends upon one physical scale, or it may be one physical parameter. कशावरती depend राहील? It is depends upon current, no? No? It is directly proportional to current. So whether if the small amount of current it will be flowing from any one of the wire, then its resistor, or it may be temperature produced at that wire, it is low. If the current increases beyond its rating, what happen? Temperature increases, no? So it is depends upon some physical scale, or it may be some physical parameter. In case of temperature sensitive resistor, or in case of thermistor, if the resistor of that temperature sensitive resistance, it is depends upon the value of current or value of excitation signal. Okay, so it is depends upon some absolute physical scale, so this is nothing but absolute type of sensor. And the relative type of sensor, it is nothing but the sensor, it will produce a signal that relates to the some special case, in that example is given, in that one example it can be given that the relative pressure sensor. So this is one of the special case, that is pressure, it is one special case. So it will produce a signal depending upon that special case. So this is nothing but this is relative type of sensor, right? So for example, relative pressure sensor. So this is absolute and relative sensor. Now see, the sensor are classified based on the working principle. Again, based on working principle, there are different types of sensor. Based on working principle, there are different types of sensor, like the sensor which are based on working principle of electrical. So there are electric sensor. In that electric sensor, the resistive sensor, some of the capacitive sensor, inductive sensor, then magneto-electric sensor, ED current sensor, right? What is mean by ED current? Hysteresis loss and ED loss, ED current loss. You have studied this in case of machine. How this ED current it will be produced in case of machine. Whether this is the constant type of loss or variable type of loss, ED current and hysteresis loss. Machine झाले ना? In case of machine, there are different type of losses you have already studied. So in case of constant losses, variable losses, in that there are copper loss. Constant losses, there are hysteresis loss, ED current loss. Again, mechanical losses, in that friction and windage losses, stray losses. So these are comes under constant losses. So constant losses depends upon which property or which material. कशावरती depends असतात. In case of machine, DC generator, motor as well as transformer. One MCQ you have already solved in case of machine, to reduce the ED current loss. Or insulation, thin insulation, it can be used to reduce the ED current loss. So ED current in case of machine, ED current is nothing but these losses are depends upon manufacturing material or material used for manufacturing of core in case of transformer, or we can call it as a yoke we are manufacturing core having a low reactive material, बरोबर ना? जसा reluctance कमी असतो तसं material आपण choose करतो. So these constant losses it should be depends upon magnetic property of material. Material च्या magnetic property वरती depends असतं. So in that some circulating current it will be flowing. That current is nothing but eddy current. Okay. So this eddy current principle or depend upon eddy current principle, there are some types of sensor, magnetic type of sensor, photoelectric type of sensor, potential type of sensor. Then some sensor depends upon charge, or we can call it as a ion concentration. Okay. Then semiconductor type of sensor, resonant type of sensor, and electrochemical type of sensor. Again some depends upon working principle. There are different types of sensor like electric, magnetic, photoelectric, potential type, charge sensor, semiconductor type sensor, resonant type sensor, and electrochemical type sensor. Okay, see here it is capacitive type sensor as well as resistive type of sensor. Okay, resistive type resistance, it is nothing but opposition, right? So if any one of the object, if we are opposing that object, that means there is some effect it will be occur on that object. Okay, suppose ekada stone ahe, we want to move that stone, we are opposing, or stone it is on sliding condition, right? At that situation we are opposing. Okay, we are opposing, that means there is some change it will be occur. Similar to that, here this sensor having an one flexible polyester material, and in between that, or in between display unit and in between that flexible material, there is some spacer dots it can be provided. बघा याच्यामध्ये gold dot दिलेलं आहे, right? So this is one of the flexible material, that means we are applying force on that material, right? So flexible material वरती आपण काय करतोय, force apply करतोय. At that situation, at the display point of view, or it may be display side, there are some of the, due to that pressure or due to that resistance, some effect it will be occur on that flexible polyester. त्या polyester वरती काहीतरी effect होतोय, that means this polyester it will be bends, bubbles which are at the downside of that, that means polyester material, or in between the polyester material and the space. So this bubble it will be moved away from that point, that means there is some change it will be occur. So that change it can be detected, and this sensor, these types of sensor it can be work. जो काही change असेल तो detect केला जाईल, त्याच्यावरून तो work करेल. Now some sensor it can be classified based on the conversion phenomenon. So do you know that different types of conversion phenomenon? Energy conversion, so energy conversion from mechanical to electrical, from heat to electrical, from electrical to other electromechanical, like there are different types of energy conversion. So energy conversion type, there are some active type of sensor, some cells type of sensor, and some power generating type of sensor. So active type, self source type, and power generation type. Then energy control type, in case of energy control type, passive type. Okay, see energy conversion or energy generation, that means it will generate itself energy, so it will becomes under the active. It will becomes under the active type of sensor, and the passive type of sensor, that means it will not require additional amount of source ची गरज नाहीये. So it is energy control type. In that passive type, other source type, and parametric type. So these are the passive type. Then some sensor depends upon input quantity as well as input physical quantity. Input physical quantity, it is nothing but it is the depends upon that stimulus condition, stimulus property. Suppose that stimulus is nothing but temperature, some different types of sensor is required. Some stimulus is nothing but pressure, so there are pressure sensor it is required. So stimulus, or we want to sense the displacement, so there are displacement type of sensor. So some sensor depends upon input property or it may be input quantity. कोणतं इनपुट आहे त्याच्यावरती डिपेंड आहे. जर प्रेशर असेल तर आपण प्रेशर सेन्सर यूज करणार, or it is possible to use their temperature sensor? No, it is depends upon its input property. So we want to sense the pressure, that means there should be requirement of pressure sensor, or the sensor whose works on the pressure phenomena, this sensor we want to use. Similarly, displacement, for measurement of speed sensor. For measurement of moisture content, there are humidity sensor. For measurement of light or lumen, there are some light type of sensor. If the we want to measure the gas material, so these are the material as a input to that of sensor. No, depends upon that input, there are some type of sensor like humidity, light, gas, and other non-electric type of material. Not we can call material, non-electric type of property or parameter, or we can call it as a physical parameter. जे काही physical parameter असतील, so these all parameter are, it is nothing but input type. So input quantity and physical quantity type of sensor. Okay, so that means it is depends upon input, and for that input, to sense that input, we want to use special that type of sensor only. Okay, so some sensor depends upon input quantity. Again, sensor are classified on the basis of its output. So output, it is in the form of analog or digital, right? So analog sensor, it will convert non-electricity to be measured into a continuously changing voltage or current. That means output of that sensor, it is nothing but continuously changing voltage or it may be current. As I have told that output in the form of electrical, so electrical parameter I have already discussed. Either it may be voltage, it may be current, it may be charge, it may be power, but continuously varying, right? So that means at initial it is 0, at sometimes it will be a maximum value, at some time it will be again 0. That means it is a one signal type. So it is nothing but analog type of sensor. And a digital type of sensor, it can directly convert non-electricity or the non-electrical stimulus to the digital quantity, or it may be digital parameter, right? Digital quantity or digital parameter. So it is called as digital type of sensor. That means it is depends upon output of sensor. If the output of sensor, it is in the form of wave, or it may be it is in the form of continuously changing, so we can call it as an analog. And if output, it is in the form of, for particular type, its operation is enabled or its value is high, for particular time its value is 0, then it is in the form of digit, so we can call it as a digital type of sensor. Okay, digital type of sensor. Again, non-contact type and contact type sensor. So contact type sensor such as potentiometer, strain type, capacitive type, inductive type. Understood the contact type? That means there is a contact between object and that sensing element, or it may be that sensor. Sensor किंवा जो सेन्स करणारा एलिमेंट आहे आणि तो ऑब्जेक्ट आहे त्याच्यामध्ये कॉन्टॅक्ट आहे. So it is in contact in between potentiometer, it is in between object and the sensing element. So such as potentiometer type, strain gauge type, capacitive type, inductive type. So advantages of contact type is that the sensor and the measured object are regarded as a one. What is the advantages? Are in contact. That means it will be considered as a 1. Okay, so one advantages, contact type sensor and the measured object whose parameter, whose quantity, or it may be whose condition we want to measure, this object and the sensing element are in contact, so it will be like as a 1, right? So, and the calibration of the sensor does not need to be performed on the site, or there is a no need to calibrate that sensor on the site, or it may be on the field. This types of sensor is nothing but contact type sensor. Non-contact type sensor is nothing but non-contact measurement can eliminate the influence of the sensor intervention and cause the measurement to be affected, improve the accuracy of the measurement, and at the same time can increase the service life of the sensor. Okay, see, non-contact type sensor, so there is a no contact in between object and sensor. Okay, so somewhat there is a loss of information, it will be occur. As I have told that there is always energy transfer between sensor to object and object to sensor, then and then only it will sense. Okay, but somewhat there is a loss of information, that is we want to improve the accuracy. Accuracy काय करावं लागेल, improve करावं. Suppose if you are considering IR sensor, okay, in case of IR sensor, somewhat range should be specified. If the object within that range, then and then only these types of sensor it will be sensed. If the object beyond that range, it will be sensed. Beyond range, IR sensor माहिती आहे, path follow robot ला यूज करतो IR sensor, infrared sensor, object detection साठी किंवा if the object, if we are specifying some distance, suppose we are specifying 1 meter distance, if the object within that 1 meter, then and then only it will sense. Okay, if the object less than one, if the object beyond the range च्या बाहेर आहे object, whether it will be sensed? No. So sometimes there is a, in non-contact type sensor, there is a loss of information as well as loss of some measured quantity, it is affected. So we want to improve the accuracy of measurement and at the same time increase the service life of the sensor. Sensor ची काय करायचं, service life पण increase झाली पाहिजे. So suppose we are considering any one of the temperature sensor, एखादा temperature sensor consider करा. Suppose if we are considering, if the temperature 100 degrees Celsius detected by that sensor will detect, right? Okay, but the temperature less than 100 degree, and if we want to sense that temperature, we want to that means decrease or reduce the distance between sensor and object, right? But at the same time you should understood there is a no effect of temperature on that sensor. जर काय केलं, त्या ऑब्जेक्टच्या जवळ नेला परत मी सेन्सर, देयर इज सम इफेक्ट ऑफ टेम्परेचर ऑन सेन्सर आल्सो, सेन्सर वरती पण काहीतरी इफेक्ट होईल. सो दॅट मीन्स इट इज रिलेटेड टू इट्स लाईफ. नाहीतर ते सेन्स करायचं आहे म्हणून मी जर डिस्टन्स कमी केलं तर सेन्सर पण काय होऊ शकतो, डॅमेज होऊ शकतो, लाईक दॅट. सो वी वॉन्ट टू कन्सिडर दॅट लाईफ आल्सो, दॅट इज सर्व्हिस लाईफ, इनक्रीज द सर्व्हिस लाईफ. At the same time we want to improve the accuracy of measurement. So these are the some characteristics of each and every sensor. We will discuss that characteristics later. So this is IR sensor, this one is IR sensor, and this one is the ultraviolet type of sensor, UV type of sensor. And some sensor are classified on the basis of composition. Okay, composition, it is nothing but again composition. There are 3 type of sensor: basic sensor, combined sensor, and applied sensor. So in case of basic sensor, this is most basic signal conversion device. जे काय basic sensor आहेत This is just signal conversion device. That means sense that object. Suppose it these are saying these are sensing a pressure. It will convert that pressure to electric signal. Similarly, if these are used for temperature sensing, it will sense the temperature. It is converted into electrical. So some combined sensor. It is the sensor composed of different single conversion device. जे काय basic sensor आहे, by adding different basic sensor we make one combined sensor. Okay, so it is used for a different application also. And applied type of sensor, it is a sensor composed of basic sensor and a combination of sensor combined with other mechanism. We are using basic sensor. In the combination of combined sensor, we form applied type of sensor. So applied sensor, it will be used for different type of mechanism. Different type of mechanism, if we want to achieve, then we are using this composition type of sensor in that applied sensor. Okay, so these are the broad classification of different types of sensor. So some basically the sensor, it should be depends upon input parameter or maybe physical input parameter. Some sensor depends upon working principle, and on that some are active, some are passive, some are absolute, some are relative. Okay, getting? All of you getting now? Yes, give me reply immediately. Hello. All of you getting? Okay. In this way, we will conclude this today's lecture and we will stop here. Thank you.